Are you fucking Chip Kelly? Like you just
I ain't
get to the
fucking
line
around.
and keep getting to the line.
Listen, hold up a side. Let's go. Move it on. Keep it moving. We got to keep the play going. It's college football time. Games for this week, as titled by our own email guy, C.H. Carl Haskell. 4 games. We're talking college football, and we're laying or taking, where we lay the points or take the points. And on 8 in the Box with Brad Howe, which is a show with me and him, we specifically talk about 8 games in college football most of the times. Sometimes we throw in 9 when we got a producer, Newbie Talks, keeping an eye on things. We threw in a little surprise this week. Go listen to that show. It's also available on YouTube, and you guys apparently are watching because the views are going up, the subscribers are going up. We thank you for that as well. Here, we got more shit to do, so we only do 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 on cash considerations, laying or taken. Numero uno. Wait, before we do, CH sends this damn spreadsheet every single week. My man is a numbers guy.
Oh, yeah.
We got, let me see, Newbie 20 and 20. Does that say me 19 and 21 and CH 18 and 22? Painfully average, but above 500 for Newbie. I'm 1 under. Carl's 2 under. Listen, the Red Sox were like 8 games under. They're playing in the ALCS. They suck. They're playing for the one trip to the World Series. By the way, did anybody see Big Papi on the network coverage with the glasses and the dance? Did you see that? How great was that?
He's the man.
Oh,
he's the man.
And you know, he's like sitting there. He's kind of jagging A-Rod, but he's not. But A-Rod's sitting there like, man, I never could have been a Red Sox. He never would have made it there, Carl. Never would have made it in Boston.
Oh, we would have hated him.
Everybody would.
We probably would have hated him more if he played here than when he played at the Yankees.
100%. 100% you would have. Oh, that's good stuff. All right.
But we're a very welcoming city. So if any free agents want to come here, please feel free. Except for Ben Simmons. You can keep.
I was going to say Simmons and Celtics. That would look okay, right? No, not happening. No. Newbie wouldn't even. I mean, you could take him for some balls and some the towels. Wouldn't even do it. All right, later taken college football. Oklahoma State travels to Texas. Texas is a 5.5 point favorite. Texas is coming off. I don't know, Newbie. Would you say it's one of the worst losses you've seen in college football in a while? Like, you can't be up that many points in a Red River shootout, and then did they score in the second half? Like, what the fuck happened?
They did their best Colts impression and just wanted to completely blow the entire game. I think that's what happened.
I was saving the Colts discussion for the in the gun. I didn't want to bring that shit up.
Yeah.
That's
what ended up happening. You know what I mean? It's like they were just trying to pay homage, I suppose. As far as this one goes, though, Dave, Oklahoma State, Texas. I got screwed last week because I took Texas. I'll just go back to the well, hook them for me, whether it's horns up, horns down. Horns were definitely down last week. I'm laying the 5.5 here.
Horns were buried last week. You can't even see where they went. They went down so low.
Fucking ostrich.
CH laying or taken with Texas minus 5.5 against undefeated Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Texas is in the penalty box for me this week because they screwed us last week. It was our one unanimous pick on the week, and they screwed us.
Yeah,
it would have made a significant difference in our weekly totals.
Yes,
Doobie would have been perfect last week. I can't believe you're going back to the well. Give me the points.
Okay. This is one of those cases for me where is the letdown a real letdown, or is this Sark changing the culture for Texas, and they score a lot of points. Oklahoma State plays really good defense. B. Howe threw it at me. This is going to be a lot of orange. There's a lot of burnt orange. There's a lot of orange with Oklahoma. I don't know. You taking Cowboys or Longhorns? Pains me to say I'm going to go with Newbie. I'm going to go lay it again. You got to be out of my goddamn mind, but I'm going to do it. Laying with Texas. Game number 2 on the list that's titled Games of the Week. Arkansas -4 against Auburn. Battle of the A's, both of which got their asses beat last week. Now, Arkansas didn't get their asses beat, but they lost a 52-51 game to Ole Miss. Incredible game. Auburn did get their asses kicked by Georgia. CH, you're up first this one. Laying 4 points with Arkansas or taking 4 points with Auburn.
I am laying the 4 points with Arkansas.
Okay.
Deep analysis. That's my deep analysis right
So,
there.
we don't-
I'm laying the points.
That's all you need to know. There's no analysis necessary. Everybody just wants to pick. Don't you pay attention to what's going on with gambling Twitter and things like
Don't
that?
you listen to the show?
Don't you
Give me your
listen?
mega goat whale play, you son of a bitch, and keep it moving.
That's it. That's all we want is the play so we can either follow you or fade you. I don't give a shit why. That's all you need to say. I'm Carl Haskell, and I have Arkansas -4. Next, I am going to agree with that sentiment. I am also laying it with Arkansas. I think they have the better defense. Auburn's going to have success running the ball. The game feels like an over game to me. When I like over, I lean favorite. I'm not in love with it, but I'm laying it. Arkansas -4. Newbie, are you going to mush this and with the consensus play and put us back behind the 8 ball where we need help on the consensus plays?
Hey, we can't lose the consensus play if we don't make it a consensus play. I'm going with Auburn, and actually, I completely agree. Auburn got their asses kicked by last week by Georgia, but you're like, who hasn't, you know?
Yes.
And Auburn was good enough to score 10 points on the 30-some points that Georgia's given up all year long. So,
True.
you know,
True.
what would that be? Like 10% of the points scored against Georgia were by Auburn. I'll take Auburn in this game. I'll take the points.
Okay. Are you doing math now? I mean, I thought you were a soothsayer. Don't start with the math bullshit.
I was like trying to do it. I bet you someone respond because there's no way I did that math right.
Okay, I was gonna say
there's no way.
we got to check the math. I don't know. We got you keeping the clock. You're fading people in and out when you ain't supposed to fade them, and now you're coming in with the math assignment.
10 of 30, I don't believe is 10%. So I'll leave the numbers to Carl.
Carl's numbers guy, please. We got to keep the rolls straight. We got so much shit going on. You don't do the math. You run it by CH first. He is the numbers guy. God damn it. All right. So we got laying, taken. All right. Next game. SEC matchup. The real one. The undefeated matchup. Georgia, new number 1, against the basketball school. Kentucky. Georgia is laying 22. The total in the game is 43. 22-43. That shit don't add up. That's like newbie math. I mean, seriously, right? You can't even parlay this. You can't. If you got books that allow you to play favorite and over, do it. If you have dog and under, do it. You should probably do both because the likelihood of one happening, the other one is going to happen, and that's called a correlated parlay. Books that pay attention do not allow those to be parlayed. Books that don't know or don't care allow the parlay. So you're getting 2.6 to 1, which is what a 2-team parlay pays for the price of a straight bet, essentially. So all that being said, am I laying or taking? I go first. I really want to take Kentucky. I really, really do. I don't think they score more than 10 points. And now after hearing Newbie's math, I definitely know that if they don't get the 10% of the 30 and the 10 points of the total of 43, they ain't covering 23 or 22. Laying Georgia, me. Newbie, no math, soothsayers, laying or taking.
No math needed. You and B Howe have an awesome breakdown on this in 8 in the Box. So once you're done listening to our show, go check that one out. And really what you guys centered around was the Cliff Notes version of what you kind of just said right there. You know, how many points can Kentucky score? I'm laying with the Bulldogs here just because when a question going into the game is how much is the underdog going to be able to score, I can't be taking even 22 with them. And the only reason that it's probably not more is because Kentucky's a 5-0 too. How real is that 5-0? I guess we'll find out when they play the Bulldogs. So I'll lay the 22.
We will find out. Their team total on some sites is 11. and a half.
Jesus.
11 and a half. That means they're going to get 1 field goal, 1 touchdown. And it will be surprising if they get more. That's pretty crazy. All right. CH Lane or taken?
Well, we're 4-7 on our unanimous picks. And if there was any time for us to improve on that 4-7, it's this game.
Let's go.
I'm laying the points.
Yes. And see, and Carl writes this shit down before. He's made it perfectly known. All the graphics department. Hold that shit up, CH.
I even wrote 33-11 because the number was 44.
Oh, very nice. There he goes. See, he's got all the numbers written down.
Love
It's
it.
not all bullshit. This is great. All right. Last game of the lay or take it segment of college football is Alabama minus 17 against Mississippi State. Now, this is very interesting because Alabama first half finally didn't cash last week. In fact, Alabama money line on the game didn't cash last week because Texas A&M kicked their Alabama ass. Funny, haven't heard from Casey. I'm just making sure this dude's okay. All the boys down there, everything all right? Because I know you're listening to the show. You called me, text me. We're going to have a get-together down there. Does that still exist if we're playing for second place in the SEC? I'm just curious. Maybe we could go to Georgia and go down there and have a game and a show. I'm just saying that might be, I mean, they're going to be in it. So we might as well start planning on going down to the, ATL or something like that. Maybe Bama can come back. I don't know. But right now they're laying 17 against Mississippi State. And Carl had a great note in the notes of the games of the week. What would this line have been had they won, let alone covered against Texas A&M? I don't know, but it wouldn't have been 17. I can tell you that. Newbie, you're first. This is the last game. You laying, taking Bama, Mississippi State.
I'll lay the 17 with Alabama just because I'm not going to say the sky is falling because they lose one game, to a jacked up A&M team who's like an enigma. Like you never know what team is going to show up that week. But I think an apropos point by Carl, what would this line be if they didn't lose? Would it be 17? I don't know about that. And I'm never going to tell people how to bet, guys, but last week was a real life case study on why you probably shouldn't chase your losses by doubling down on a team that made you lose money in the first half. They're down already. Oh, it looks like they're coming back. They took the lead. Real life in real time. Why you don't double down on something that was clearly a bad play once the flop happens. But again, you can bet however you want, but chasing losses usually don't work out too well.
Yeah, little gambling advice, soothsayer from at Newbie Talks. I like it. Out of all that, we got laying. Carl, you laying or taking?
I'm laying. This is going to be a big 30-point game.
Yeah,
they're going to be pissed off down there in Alabama. They have nothing else going on in Alabama. NASCAR's over, right? So there's nothing else going on down there. Oh, sorry. Was that out loud? Sorry.
That was not, did you not hit the mute button?
Yeah, the one time you don't mute yourself, Carl.
No, I think this is a blowout. This is going to be 30-point win. I'll lay the points.
There go all of our listeners that like NASCAR as well as college football. All the people down there below the Mason-Dixon line. Fuck these guys. They don't like NASCAR. They're making fun of us. Nobody's making fun of nobody. We're doing a show. We're having fun. I'm taking the points. I think Bama got a little bit exposed. I think offensively having some question marks about this team. So not sure. Obviously defensively, they're not the Bama teams that have passed. I think Mississippi State will be able to score enough to keep it within the number, which means that I could have made it a consensus play and didn't. You two are going to be, I would say, 80% favorite to be right. And that one is the loser for me. All right. That's it for the college football later take it segment. Boys, we are flying right along. How fast? It feels fast, right? It feels good.
It does feel good.
It's good. Yeah. Not
wind in our hair and everything.
Yeah. All right. So before we move on to the In the Gun segment, I want to mention the East Coast Sports Investors. I'm going to rewrite this, but I like to read it every week. Jeff Dawson, good friend of the show, really good friend of mine, all of us on Twitter. He's always responding, always this. He wrote this, and I'm going to read it as he wrote it again, as I do every week. Ever wonder what 30 plus years of sports wagering experience in a number one ranked sports investor